Into the L as we head towards a very crucial match for these two teams, a match to determine who truly is top four, and maybe a match that gets within one step closer to the major. Of course, Power are in the same side of the bracket, so going to be a tough road.
Yeah, it would be a tough road to get to that top two, and I mean, both these teams obviously would look to make that upset. Ground Zero did get that win against them back during the initial Swiss stage, back in the 4th regional, but as we kind of talked about before, with
anything you can as the first man to take out the opponents, and he's been much more of a rotational player so far in this roster, so maybe he's still just getting used to that.
Oh, the placement! Shores gets the first goal for Kibbgang.
Love this from Scrub too, maybe what we were looking for, fakes it out over to Shores, and I'd say that's somewhat of a G2 side. And that's right, I did just compare Kibbgang to G2, and you know what, if Kibbgang were in North America, they'd be winning every regional as well, because look at him go forward. It's Shores, the man that you called for MVP, to get the second goal.
Yeah, again though, it's so much set up from Scrub with the dribble, and enough to fall where he'd like. Scrub as well won't stay with it, and with a minute 13 remaining, Ground Zero running out of opportunities here in our first game.
Something that's differentiating these two teams has been that go-forward attitude. Gus keeping it simple with this shot. We've seen Shores' shots keeping it simple about using all three members, beat out one, find a gap, and capitalize. Out of, was it the spring major?
Yeah.
All the way back there when Power was struggling. He hasn't been able to kind of deliver too many of those. He's got two young guys in Prompt who, well, this is his first season.
Oh!
And Gus is going to find another one past Prompt as we say it.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, not only were they doing well in the warm-up period, but they had two more goals, you know, during the real Rocket League, as you called it last series in that second half. So a complete-looking first game for Kibbgang. Last goal does go through, and well, I doubt we'll see a kickoff goal. Don't want a repeat of our first series, but yeah, Kibbgang just looking so much more complete right now.
They're looking great. They're looking like they're just playing good, simple Rocket League, which is, you know, it's not as exciting to watch, but it's really good as a supporter of this region to see them just keep it simple, go to the fundamentals, and win with it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that can facilitate that play style as well. You really should have the confidence in Gus to be able to make those big mechanical plays. You should have the confidence in Shores to be at the right spot, right time, able to follow it through. That's not what you want to see from Shores, though. Prompt gets the first point.
Shores had a great game one. The Scrub gets beaten, and Shores has misread the backboard. Prompt saw him awkward, and he just gunned it afterwards. Kind of a low-risk strategy.
Yeah, but it makes sense, though, when you're a team that should be known for its mechanics based on the players. Like, they will draw the pressure of multiple defenders. Net is open for Scrub, and it's a tie game.
That's a problem at the other end when the pressure gets quickly turned around by Gus, and all of a sudden everybody up from Ground Zero. An aerial show, but it's all for nothing as Luna beaten to the punch.
Yeah, really great defensive effort from Gus right there, and now the counterattack is on. Ball in the corner, Prompt. Only one really with some boost until Scrub steals it away, but it's enough to clear it back to the opposite side. So tempo really starting to increase during these final 15 seconds. Either team too keen on the idea of overtime. It could be Kibbgang, though, with the last chance in regulation.
And here's the shot that could be it. Scrub goes for the slower play, beats out one, almost beats out two. Luna does what he can to get it into the corner, and that's a safe spot for Ground Zero.
Or is it? Shore still has a lot of boost. Scrub full tank as well, avoids the bump from Laxon, and that allows the ball to drop. We go to a Game 2 overtime.
A crucial one at that. Next goal, so important, and Ground Zero getting it off the kickoff. Prompt has no boost, so does mean that Scrub can get that extra touch. Luna beats out one. Shores gets dunked right in front of net. Luna race to the ball by Gus.
It's full take a boost, but can't outpace Laxon.
They're all reading each other quite well right now. You saw Laxon go early to that intercept spot. Luna always in that dangerous zone. Pass in, down to Prompt. Ground Zero on the board as we hit that 2 game, the +5 minutes. That means that they've been at it for quite a while.
And I feel like it was that demo from Laxton on Shores that really opened up the shot from Prompt right there, because Shores was going to be on the outside of that left post.
A little less confusing on who's meant to be the first to the ball, but it also slows you down as a team. So you have to make a perfect balancing act. Speaking of, it's perfectly balanced as all things should be. 1-1 between Ground Zero and Kibbgang in what should be the closest series of the day.
Yeah, still at the end of this, one of these teams still is going to get snapped out, and curious which side it...
It's hanging in the defense for now of Kibbgang, and that's a huge pinch, but Laxton was fortunately back and ready, and maybe even turns it into a goal as Shores parries it away.
It could be a goal to the other side. Gus crosses up Lunar, and that's going to do it. A 1-0 lead for the Kibbgang.
It's a big clear down, and Prompt never challenged him. A big difference from the last game to this one, because space to maybe find a bump, but instead it just has to be sent back here for Prompt. He has to slow it down and give his teammates room to get a boost, and of course makes it harder to attack unless you get a bump. Prompt just drives straight forward.
There you go. That's creating the gap, and that was that forward-playing Prompt we wanted to see back in Game 1. It doesn't make contact, but it's enough to get Scrub off balance, and a powerful strike from Laxton gets the equalizer. 39 seconds left in another situation, Yummy, where the next goal probably wins this game.
Seems a combination of a shot that put Scrub off guard and also him knowing that Prompt was incoming, so he had to jump early to avoid any form of contact from occurring. That's exactly what we love to see from Ground Zero. More fundamentals coming out from them. We saw them in the first qualifiers of this first split, of the first event, and bringing out a more well-rounded gameplay since Luna has joined. Now 10 seconds remaining. Shores tries to get it in the regulation time. That's almost going to go in. All three members. Nobody can crush it through.
Oh, it was tough, but to Ground Zero's credit, defenders well placed. However, they're not out of danger yet. Scrub through the corner. Has Gus right behind. Middle of the pitch. Shores needed a bit more height behind that. We go to our second overtime in a row. Last one lasted 5 minutes, Yummy. I'm hoping this one maybe will finish a little bit sooner, but these two teams, they play very, very safe in overtime.
We see where the overtime counter ends, because we've already got 5 minutes from the first game, 4 minutes 59.
The free touch, instead it has to go to Lunar after the bump. Scrub, only defender there, but isn't going to get challenged.
Prompt being so smart with bumps and demos now. It's down to these gunning forward, but he will get bummed on his own. Will there be a follow-up? Great shot from Shores! And there we have Kibbgang going 2-1 in the lead in the series.
Yeah, just too much attacking pressure, and with, Gus coming through around the back of the net, giving the bump pressure as well. A little bit too chaotic for...
That these players are capable of. We're seeing good fundamentals, we're seeing good defense all around, we're seeing people have to really work for their goals.
And you know what that means when, we get into Champs Field and either Gus or Laxton pulls off that triple reset for the game winner? It's going to make it that much more special. Here we go, kickoff goal, Laxton, no defense there.
Well, here we go. There might not have been a defense, but it was certainly set up well by Laxton with that first touch. Executed to perfection. He softens it.
Very, very difficult, it feels like, for the Kibbgang defense to get it out, and Ground Zero really hasn't gotten any of their goals from there except for that one in Game 2. Now off the backboard, Scrub had a chance. Not going to find it. Gus, though, will get a free touch, and that is straight down the middle. Tie ball game.
And Gus comes running up the guts as Shores and Scrub combine together. I really like that from Gus, because he could have jumped early. He could have expected letting Kibbgang hold some more boost in that backwards half when they're there. Yeah,
it's been giving them favors. I mean, it's been that composed defense. It's been allowing for easier clears, and it's kind of a big reason why I think there's more shots. Where was Ground Zero, Yummy?
Completely caught off guard for this, because originally it looks like it might be a pass play up to Gus, but Shores manages to get the touch up to himself. Gus is clearing out the...
I don't know. Prompt didn't get the bump either. Laxton tries to slow it down, but the defense has more than recovered.
And you can see right now, Kibbgang happy to hold on to the 1-goal lead. They may even make it 2. Yes, Scrub finishes it off. complete counter-attack as Ground Zero started committing Laxon a fake challenge and Scrub was having none of it.
Yeah, just a 3-1, and with how contentious it has been, that just feels like a monolithic effort for Ground Zero now to come back and win this one through.
3 games in a row for Ground Zero. Oh. Well, actually, there is a chance right here, so maybe we wait for that one. We've seen some fantastic kickoff goals, especially from South America in this event, event number 2. 7 seconds. Do they have something in their bag of tricks?
You got to get that ball to Laxon, I feel like, but unfortunately Laxon was kind of in that forward spot. Lunar needs to win this challenge and does. Laxon actually now middle of the pitch had the boost, but it's an easy spike for the Kibbgang. Find their inside, or are you only relying on one?
Or maybe they're just spending the entire time arguing who's better, EU, Pascal, or NA, Slayer. And that might be some reason that we haven't seen GZ doing so well. But we'll see. Maybe bring out the best of NA, the best of EU, and the best minds to try and win this series 3 games in a row for is lurking, and Luna leaves it for Laxon as it goes back towards their net. The demo attempt almost there as Gus has Shores in support, and important for Laxon to shut it down.
That was a good little grab from Shores as well. Lunar full tank of boost, though. Might be able to do something here. What have they got in the tank? Looks like they wanted to reset. Not going to find it. 10 seconds in regulation. Scrub and Shores each with full boost. Same with Prompt. Although they burned some to get to the ball. Lunar middle of the pitch. Pass, shot, goal! And just like that, it's Ground Zero with the late lead.
Almost out of nowhere, Laxon hits it off the wall. Prompt knows that he needs to get involved, and he's passed it perfectly to Luna. Nobody expecting that this time from Kibbgang.
Oh my goodness, what a shot and goal. Now, what strat does the Kibbgang have? 0 seconds. Shores is there with a full tank. So is Gus, so is Scrub, but they've got to get to the ball, and they're going backwards with it. Laxon won't get a chance. Scrub down to Gus. Shores is in a good spot to follow up Scrub's touch here. Waterfall down. Here comes Shores. Prompt gets beat. Gus underneath. Can't get it around Laxon, but will keep it up and alive. Not quite. Ground Zero wins the game. Just feel more comfortable, and again, for some of that game, I won't say for the entire game, Ground Zero looked like the better team. It really wasn't until that second half after we saw that little mistake from Scrub, but we'll see if they can continue that momentum now that they have the lead. It still must win for the team in blue. It's yummy. I don't know where they're finding them.
Yeah, we don't know, but if it comes out true, it should be an exciting comeback, especially because for Kibbgang, they've struggled a few times in the final game. We can see the same again, but Gus isn't struggling right now. This is the Gus we know. Off the roof, flip reset, last defender having to deal with a bump on a dime. Scrub, maybe even looking for a second goal to really seal the deal. And they've maintained a lot of pressure. Good shot on. Luna has to do whatever he can. Another shot, and Scrub finds the gap.
Finally, a little bit of redemption for Scrub as they're able to really put this one in a really well-placed spot right there. Crossing up Lunar. Can't recover that one in time. Prompt a little dangerous spot. Gus, though, with the full tank, should be able to keep possession of it, drive it all the way back to that blue side. And Shores, a bit of a miss. That could be dangerous. Laxon now down and in, and we've got a 1-goal game.
What a read from Laxon. You gotta love it. Again, another kind of pre-flip almost off the wall. It bounces up awkwardly, and they're going to be happy right now with Gus moving the ball forward. Look how far back his 2 teammates are. Scrub just willing to run down that clock. They're not even searching for another goal.
Yeah, but at the same token, Ground Zero, they're just trying to play a patient game, waiting for, I guess, the touch like that from Lunar. So much power. The map has been flipped. It's everyone towards the ball underneath Lunar. No! Shores diving save last moment.
That might do it. Shores tries to bring it back. Ground Zero will reset themselves for one last effort. Scrub will throw it to that same familiar corner where the ball's been all game, but Lunar with boost passes Gus, won't get it past Shores. They'll clear it back to the middle of the field.
They really threw everything at that last attack. Since then, Ground Zero have been scrubbling to get any kind of position on this ball where they might be able to score. And this could be it from Prompt.
Wait, what?
Clear down over to Laxon. Luna looking for the bumps, but it's the touch from Gus that seals it.